Every single time I think that we're making progress regarding this free speech issue, it's like there's a bullhorn saying, Jack, come back and teach us. Teach us about the First Amendment. Teach us about operating within the rules and the laws. We just haven't learned yet.
All righty. All right, we will be moving on to citizens' participation. First up, we have Jack Miller.
Mr. Miller, if you could wait just a moment, I need to get the.
Sure. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sorry, Patty, I thought you were fully ready.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Jack Miller. I live at 4839 Dick Gordon here in Kirby, Texas. A 13-year resident. You know, I would like to be anywhere but here tonight. I'd like to be in Uvalde actually, but I could not do that because every single time I think that we're making progress regarding this free speech issue, it's like there's a bullhorn saying, Jack, come back and teach us. Teach us about the First Amendment. Teach us about operating within the rules and the laws. We just haven't learned yet. When I started here, there were 13 citizens who wanted to come here and talk, but they were scared to because over the years they had tried, intimidated, they were chastised, they were made fun of when they spoke about things and they were not in agreement with some folks here on the council. Some of those folks still remain. And I've dwindled that number down to 7. I encourage these people to come and participate in their city. But still, sadly, 7 still just don't believe it yet. They're watching though. But based on, like, for instance, what happened at the last meeting, they're still scared that if they make a slip up, that they're going to be embarrassed and kicked out and all that stuff. It's okay. It's cool with me. But for those folks, I mean, we're talking, one of them's a 68-year-old lady. She's just scared to death that that's going to happen to her. If she loses her, you know, she says, sometimes I get mad about stuff. Anyway, I'll try to reduce that number. But I will present to you this, the council. You have 2 choices. You can make this environment conducive to citizens to come and speak about their city business and their concerns, free of ridicule, embarrassment, or intimidation from the council or any of our officials while they're up here at this podium. Or, and you know, that probably won't take very long, 10, 11 o'clock at night, right? Or you can listen to my people come up here, speak on every single agenda item, their whole 5 minutes of citizens to be heard about what Confucius says in his teachings, stuff like that. We can have 2 o'clock in the morning meeting. I don't know what else to do. If any of you have suggestions on what I can do to fix this issue, y'all know how to contact me. I would caution anybody in here from kicking me out when I'm already leaving or chastising me as I'm already leaving for saying a word that we dance to at our country dance halls to the Cotton Eye Joe.
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? What did I say? Bullshit! Say it again! Bullshit!
We say the BS word 30 times. And everybody's happy about it. But I say it one time in here and I'm kicked off the entire property. So Mayor, don't ever kick me off the property again for saying that. Once I'm outside, I'm not disrupting this meeting. Do that again, I won't leave. Your city will arrest me. Well, I take that back. They won't. But I will sue you and your city if you kick me off the property. You can kick me out of the meeting, and I've always complied with that. But it's a warning. Don't ever kick me off the property again. I won't leave. And then you're placing your officers in a peculiar position. Talk to them and figure out how they're going to deal with that. I've already talked to them before we make that same mistake again. I don't want to, I'm up here to make you look bad, but that certainly will make you look bad again. I got to see who's cat calling me back here. That guy. Okay. I'm sorry. He's laughing and stuff like that, which he has not been given a warning. So that means I can laugh and snoot and stuff when people are up here talking, right? Or are we going to warn him not to make these comments and remarks while somebody's up here talking? If he can do it, I can do it. I'd rather see, this is what I'm talking about. These people don't want to come up here and talk because, Mayor, you allow your friends to do this to them. Doesn't bother me. I'll take care of this guy when we're done with the meeting. I'll make him a YouTube star. Make another $1,000. But our citizens need to be able to come up here, and when somebody starts doing this to them, our up here trying to speak, when somebody starts doing this to them, you need to call them out
Thank
on
you
it.
very much. Next, we have, I know this is not this person's real name, Desert Goat.
Good evening, council. 3849, Dick Gordon. Got a problem, sir? No. Please be quiet. Desert Goat is my YouTube channel. Give me a second. I mean, I can hear what the thing. Yeah, I came here because, due to a citizen getting harassed, getting thrown out. Pure bullshit on my personal
Language,
beliefs.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I've learned that Jack Miller and I'm well aware of his work, being Travis County Sheriff, Bear County. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, that it is, man.
Thank you, sir. Next up, we have Tori Nyes.
Hello, my name's Tori Reese. Sorry, my handwriting
I'm
is
sorry,
really
I
poor.
mispronounced your last
That's
name.
quite all right. It's 10607 Goose Way. I'm not going to address individuals here, but I'm going to be very frank. Same individual starts making comments while I'm speaking, I expect him to be removed from that. I've seen it happen to 2 people. It's inappropriate. That's exactly why I believe this man was speaking. I came down here because I was watching some of your city hall meetings online. I'm a rights activist. I'm not out here in Kirby very often, I'll tell you that, but I'm out here tonight for a very specific reason. It just so happens, I believe, that the email that I have is from, I believe that's the gentleman who sent it to you. Are you Jack Miller? I'm not supposed to address him, thank you. But the point that I'm making, I came down here to talk about public speaking and about you allowing the public to speak uninterrupted. Some things have to be said in public. This man apparently made some comments here. I didn't agree with it. I contacted him. He told me he wrote a letter of apology, and I was like, that's not always enough. He explained to me he wrote that apology. He provided me that email. I believe all you council members have it, but I'm going to read it to all you citizens, and I apologize if it doesn't concern you. But things like this need to be made public, and it's what these forums are for. So again, it starts off, and it is from Texas Sheepdog 72, and it's addressed to the mayor, Mayor Aldrich. On the record, I publicly indicated that I believed you were involved with the false allegation made to CPS regarding neglectful supervision of my child. This was due to your name being listed on a police report regarding this matter. While I believe this allegation was prompted in retaliation for my activism and investigative reporting in this matter, you were not inappropriately involved. I'm going to pause and enter my own words here. He was correct. He believed something. He made statements. Those statements just don't disappear. I'm here to make sure the record is out what it is. I'm going to continue with this letter. My investigation has revealed that while you were listed on the report, you did not make a false allegation in this matter. You were only listed on the police report as a witness. I've not found any circumstance in which you knowingly provided any false information to investigators. I know I'm not supposed to address this person directly, so I'm going to say to the public, thank you for making this statement, citizen. Continuing on, my investigation found that former councilman Michael Grant knowingly provided false information to trigger a CPS investigation and indicated you as a witness. The CPS and police investigation have been closed and unfounded. And then it goes on to say, if permitted, I'll provide this statement to the community at the next council meeting, aside from the citizens to be heard, or you can publish yourself. I believe you all have that. Any citizens who doubt that this is the truth, that he sent this, I have a copy of it in my hand. Regardless, this goes back to what I'm talking about, being allowed to address things in public meetings. Some people may not like that content, but again, citizens are here to speak. There's some language issues that come up here frequently. And I've heard many people, because I watch these types of things online, use utterances that are offensive to some. Maybe they don't cross the threshold for your boundaries. Some of them, I'm like, wow, they let that person get away with it. The utterance of an obscenity should be held to the same standard for every single individual in here. If this man utters a word or that man utters a word that's inappropriate, then everyone should be held to the same standard. On that note, you have not done that, and I will call it for what I see it, and that is bull. And no, I'm not going to say that word, but you know what I'm talking about. That is exactly what that is if you don't hold other people to that standard. Now, I still have a few minutes left time to speak. You can call it a mockery, but someone mentioned making Confucius jokes. Well, come up here and make Confucius jokes or whatever, but since someone made a mockery, I'll tell you that, you know, Confucius will say, you know, a man who sleeps in a bed of nails is holy. You guys up here are on a bed of nails every day when you come out, when you speak with the public. That's the end of my time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.